Welcome to the Business Shop Podcast, where our guests speak on meeting the challenges of entrepreneurship, as well as offer tips and advice on business, marketing, technology, and more. Whether you are a newbie or a seasoned professional, this episode is for you. I am your host, Audrey Wiggins. Let's chop it up. I'm excited to bring you today Traci McBride, and she is the CEO. She's a consulting with her company, and it's called T. McBride Image Consulting, and she's the chief stylist.
She's stylish. That's impressive. Huh?
Yes, very, very. And Traci brings over 30 years of experience in a wealth of areas, and I'm going to let her tell us about that. Traci?
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely.
And it is good day because it is a gorgeous day in Northeast Ohio.
Yes.
And my background has been very diverse. I worked in retail for many, many years. I know what it's like to work in malls and work in clothing, work with designers, been to the home decorating as well, and worked and managed a chain of art galleries in my very young years.
It's very young. That was a few years ago.
And then I also peddled panties for many years.
Okay.
And peddling panties helped me travel all over the world.
Wow.
Went to some wonderful countries, met some wonderful people, and I learned so much about women and how they feel about their bodies.
Wow.
And I think all of that information, because there was a time from coming from the peddling panties and really working with women and fitting them in lingerie to many years later real estate and working in an office of 50 women and looking at how they felt about themselves and how they talked about themselves, the way they dressed themselves, the way they presented themselves, that it just became something that I felt was so needed. So image consulting is now where I have been building the business for the past 5 years.
Okay, that's awesome. But what was really the spark that really that got you back into fashion, what you're doing now, for the past 5 years? Well, I'll share that with our audience.
Yes, I will. And it was all of this information that I was hearing and learning about women, that knowing what I felt, I would say now it's been 21 years ago, that I kind of lost my mojo. I lost it. I didn't feel good about myself. I had a lot of negative messages in my head. I had a lot of negative self-talk. I was living less of a life because I didn't feel like I deserved more. I gained weight. I didn't feel good. I didn't know how to dress myself. I felt that everyone else had more to offer than I did. My skills, I didn't feel I knew enough or I had enough skills that I could go out and present myself.
And obviously that was a big lie.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it was, but I didn't know
But you didn't know at that time.
Exactly. And what I discovered was once I conquered that, and that took me about 4 years. 4 years of really not having myself together the way that I had felt I had before when I was younger. So here I'm now in my 30s, living in an area where I just didn't feel that I fit in, so to speak. We moved to the suburbs. It's just very different. And I've never been one to just follow the flow and do what everyone else is doing. I've never done that even as a child. Awesome. I always fought the system. I just didn't agree with everything. So that was just kind of how I go.
Yes.
But when I discovered that after I was in real estate for 15 years and working in a cubicle in an office with 50 women at all ages, all sizes, all shapes, and where I was more comfortable with myself, I was hearing some of the same things coming out of their mouths that I knew I had said to myself when I was stuck. So it was almost like when I sat down and decided I wanted to evaluate my skill set, what did I enjoy? What was I good at? How could I share and help women? Because I've always been, if I look back at my journals, 20-some years ago, it was always I want to do something to elevate women. Always has been my plan. Well, interestingly enough, ended up happening was I sat down and was making a plan, a business plan, to become a publicist.
Oh, wow.
And a big part of that was image.
Exactly.
A big part of publicity is you don't want to spend a lot of money marketing yourself and putting yourself in ads and putting yourself at events and not being able to look the part that you're playing, so to speak.
Yes.
So that was when I realized that piece was going to get me stuck if I didn't have someone to help me there. And I thought, why not just go learn, get certified, get educated, find out all the details about becoming what I ended up, not becoming a publicist, but being an image consultant. And the interesting part is, really, as an image consultant and a publicist, I am kind of a publicist.
Yes, you
because
are.
I'm always promoting other people. My whole goal is to make women and men look good. Right. Whether I'm helping them present themselves visually, or I'm helping them present their brand, or I'm helping them where they want to just walk through their life and just be happier. And how can they talk to themselves and present themselves? It's very all integrated to be very successful, because that's what I noticed when I did all the different things I've done. The most successful women were the ones who walked confidently, felt confidently, looked confident, because you have to look it, you have to walk it, you have to be it, and consistently.
Yes. That was a big word there, consistency.
Yes. Well, and that's the consistency is so important, and that's what I really share with people, because we all know people in our lives, family members, who they walk through their life a certain way. Yes. They don't put a lot of effort into it. They don't put makeup on. They don't take care of certain things. They just throw on the sweats and they walk out the door and they say, I don't care what people think of me. Right. Well, that's one thing, but they would spend a lot of time, energy, and money putting together an outfit for a special occasion. Okay. They have to go to a wedding. Yes. So think about it. For months they're talking about, I have to go to this wedding, I have to find the right size, I have to find the right fit, I have to go to 39 stores, and then once I find the right dress, now I have to run to 1 million stores to find the right purse and the right shoes and all the right details. And they spend a fortune that they really don't need to. Yes. Number one. Number two is they're spending a lot of time on one event. Yes. How many brides do you know who spend an enormous amount of time and energy and money and stress for one day? Right. Where I would rather see that bride take a portion of that money and build an entire wardrobe to embrace all of her life. That's awesome. Every day of her life. Yes. From work to weekend to romance to just having fun with the eventual children or with her family. Okay. And women just don't necessarily do that. So their priorities are a little mixed up. My passion is helping women figure out how to build an interesting, number one, decide who am I? Okay. What do I want to look like? Come to terms with my body as it is today. Okay. Absolutely. I'll wait until I've lost whatever the magic number is. And then I will go out and buy clothes with you, Traci. Right. Do you know I hear that every year from the same people that say, I'm going to hire you as soon as. And then I see them 6 months later and a year later, and they're still saying the same thing, and they're not any closer to whatever their goal was. Goes back to the word you said earlier, the consistency and commitment. Yeah, being committed. And it is an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing, and I truly believe that if you streamline your daily routine and everything in that closet supports your now body, embraces you, supports you, mixes and matches, looks good on you, hangs on you properly, fits you properly, you will have such an easier time getting dressed every day. It won't be stressful. Because I get calls all the time from women who say, Traci, I have a lot of clothes. Okay. But I wear the same things over and over. It's that 80-20 rule. Wow. Okay? That's amazing. I wear a majority of my clothes 80% of the time. So they wear 20% of the clothes 80% of their life, and they're bored. They're stuck. Yes. It happens. So sometimes having that fresh perspective come in and look at and evaluate and go, okay. And it's not like I don't come in and trash people. I don't bring a trash can and throw things. Because you're going to have to bring some cash with the trash can to replace that stuff. Exactly. And the goal isn't to come in and just say, get rid of everything. Most women have a understanding of what does look good. Okay. But yet, when they're out, they're stressed, they're overwhelmed. There are so many beautiful displays. They see all these mannequins. They go, I like that, and I like that. And I'm in a hurry because I have a big, important event tomorrow. Yes. So they're buying under stress. Mm-hmm. So whenever you buy anything under stress, it doesn't usually ever work out right. Mm-hmm. So what ends up happening is so many women have what I call garment orphans in their closet. Beautiful things that they loved, that maybe they got, well, what I love to hear is they always say, I got a great deal on it.
Oh, gosh.
It was a steal, Traci. It was an $800 coat, and I bought it for $200.
Right.
And that's a good steal, but not if it doesn't honor you, look great on your body, and you're going to get a lot of wear out of it. And it's typically a classics are going to do that. You're going to have for a long term. Yeah. So really what I come in and I recommend that women do, first and foremost, when they're here of an image consultant, because I think most women, it's more affordable than they could possibly think.
All right, well that's good.
More affordable than you possibly think. Because if you sit down and you think about what you've spent in the last year, add up every single thing you bought, and maybe you bought $50 here, $100 there, $20 there. Some people are serial shoppers. Okay. So they stop off at Marshall's or Torrid or wherever they happen to be, and it's a great deal, and they buy something. Well, then they end up coming home with that and not doing anything with it, or maybe wearing it once or twice, and then that's it. They're passing it off, or it's just sitting in the closet. So it's more affordable for me to come in and don't spend that money. Wait, hold on to that, and I bet you it's more than what you're going to spend with me. Wow. So what happens is the first time I recommend you thinking about it, call me. I do complimentary telephone consultations.
Okay, awesome.
If somebody called me and said, hey, I want to find out what you need, and if I can help you solve whatever frustration you have in your closet, or your image, whatever it might be. It's easier to confide where we're stuck on the phone than it is face to face. Right. Okay. I find women are just more sharing. They say, listen, this is what's going on. This is why I'm unhappy. This is why I'm frustrated. I'll get calls often from women of all ages saying, I'm really stuck with my self-esteem. Okay. I really feel beat up, and I don't know what to do, and I just keep wearing all black, or I just keep wearing all whatever the color is.
So part of your training, your certification, is dealing with our self-esteem as well.
Absolutely.
Not just putting the colors and the fabrics.
Exactly. But I come from that because I've felt that. I've lived it. I've experienced it. Yes. So I know what it feels like. So I listen to where you're stuck, where the frustration is. We have a complimentary phone conversation first. Okay. Then the first appointment I always recommend is a closet detox. Okay. In order for me to help you, I need to understand where you're at in the moment, what's going on, and then as soon as I see all your clothes, I'm seeing them through different set of eyes. Right. You see them one way, just like you see yourself one way. You know how we see ourselves in a picture, a photograph, and then when we look in the mirror. Yeah. It's usually two different things, because later when you see the picture, you go, oh my gosh, when I looked in the mirror, I didn't realize that's how that fit me. Yes. You see, it's a different perspective. Yes. So that's what I offer. So I'm coming in, and it's never in a judgmental way. It's always in a way of seeing your possibilities. Okay. I look at women and I see their possibilities. I see, oh wow, I'd love to see her in whatever color, pink, whatever. And usually it's not black, because most women have a wardrobe.
We have enough of that. Traci, we left off here. It's like you're going to go through our closets. And I don't know.
I know.
I'm kind of resistant.
It's scary. It is, and I do. When I have those complimentary phone calls, I hear a lot of resistance. Okay. So people, I feel, need to hear your energy over the phone. I hear their energy. Okay. They hear my energy, and they decide, is this somebody that I can trust? Okay. I know that it's a very intimate situation. Right. And I treasure that. Fact that they invite me in, and I can really hold that as something very important in their lives, and I don't share that information. So it's always confidential. Okay. So first, though, I explain to them the process. I think when women understand the process, it just makes it a little less scary. So I'm coming in, I'm not judging them. Okay. I'm helping them look at their clothes. And I want them to have the vision in their head of being able to walk in their closet every day and just easily go, I'm wearing this today.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Without going, does it go together? I can actually say, it's T McBee approved. Okay. And I have clients who tell me all the time, this is T McBee approved. Okay. And I'll tell you how I do that. Okay. Okay, because I want to make it simple, because I can't dress you every day. So once we've gone through the closet, we deal, number one, with the season we're in. So right now I'm dealing still with spring, summer.
Okay.
Summer clothes are still coming out, but we're getting ready to look at the fall trends, and those are going to be coming out very soon.
That's true.
Before summer ends, the next season. It's always 6 weeks ahead of what the next season is. So I look at what they're currently doing. A lot of things are seasonless that you can wear by layering, just adding another layer to them, you can get more work out of them.
Okay.
We want your clothes to really work for you.
Yes.
But we want them to bring you joy. And I think a lot of women don't realize that clothes can bring them joy.
Yes, yes.
And I actually experience it and see it when I'm in the dressing room with them, and we have hit right on the right thing. The body language changes, the expression changes, the smile is there, and I get every one of my clients to that point.
Wow.
And that's really important to me. But we eliminate what isn't working. We make a pile of the things that maybe if we alter them, or maybe if we have a skilled seamstress take the sleeves off and create another garment from this garment.
Okay.
Because sometimes you've paid a lot of money for something and you love it for whatever reason.
Yeah, yes.
Then you want to hang on to it. And if we can do that, we will. If we can't, then I'm going to suggest we make a pillow out of the fabric. So that you honor the memory, because many times we attach memories to things.
Yes.
Like if we wore it on a special date or something. So I really want to help women evaluate that, and really it's about really honoring the real estate in their closet.
Okay.
Because a lot of women just have so much, and it's not making a lot of sense. So we have a pile that we're going to donate. Maybe it's a pile that we're going to take to consignment, and we're going to recycle our cash. And I'm really mindful of that. I even shop at consignment shops for myself and for my clients.
Oh, absolutely.
Resale and consignment is huge, and it's not like it used to be. So if you haven't done that in 10 years or more, you need to revisit it, because the economy has totally changed that industry, and it is so wonderful. These stores are set up just like boutiques at the mall, even nicer, I think sometimes. So once we've done that, we've eliminated that, we now have our core clothes. Right there in your closet that day, our first appointment, if I can recreate some new clothes, new outfits, complete outfits, head to toe, pull out your belts, your jewelry, I look at everything. Your coats, your shoes. I'll make suggestions for your foundation wear. If I think you need a new bra fitting, you need the right panty.
And that's so, that's so important. What's under there, because you're right, you can have the most beautiful outfit, but if it's not fitting right, your bra's not right, you're hanging down, and
it's all about that fitting. And the thing is really most bras last for 3 to 6 months, and there is criteria, and I share
go right there. We'll probably wear that same bra for 3 to 6 years.
Oh, I know.
There's no confession time here, because we don't think about it. If it still fits or whatever.
We just put it on every day.
Exactly.
We don't think about it. There are certain things to take care of it, and I share a lot of this information, this day-to-day stuff, because in this short interview, it's hard to share everything.
Oh, absolutely.
But little tips about bras and where to go and how to get a bra fitting and all of those things, I share that in my monthly newsletter.
Okay.
So I have a complimentary newsletter.
Oh, great.
And people can sign up on my website.
Okay, so we
Simple as that.
Your website, and we can definitely.
And I really want to hear from you too. Please. I share a lot of information in this. It's a really my baby, and I write it.
Okay.
And this summer we have something new. And the next edition comes out next week.
Okay.
And it's always in the middle of the month.
All right.
On a Thursday.
Okay.
And the nice thing is this one coming up for the next 3 months. I have a guest writer.
Ooh.
So I'm kind of building the whole newsletter around our subject, which is sizzling summer sexy.
Ooh.
And how to get there.
Okay.
And because
I like that how. You gotta put that in there.
Exactly. And because I'm also doing a new workshop.
Okay.
So I've started to build this workshop because I'm meeting so many women of all ages that are single and are thinking they want to meet men, but they always say, where are all the good ones?
Right. Or either all the good ones are married.
Right. But I show how to attract good men into your life. So this workshop will be really interesting, and it really does have a lot to do with, obviously, the image.
Right.
So that's a workshop, and that will be all announced in the next newsletter.
Okay, great.
All the details.
We definitely want to get information on that. We'll have it on the Facebook page too as well, so people can plug in and
great.
Link
and I hope, because I love to communicate with everyone, that they visit me and listen to me and talk to me and communicate with me on Facebook. I have two pages on Facebook.
Great. Mm-hmm.
And I have the website, of course. I have Twitter and
right.
LinkedIn. So wherever you want to find me.
Okay.
Wherever you are, I hope.
Exactly. Love that social media. It just brings us all closer together faster.
It really does.
Greater numbers. Yeah, so definitely going to plug into you there.
Good.
Okay.
Well,
what do you have here today?
Well, I brought this just because I wanted to have something sitting here a little different than all of your other shows. I always have to set myself apart.
That's right. I love it.
And really, all of these items I use them in my trunk show because I do a trunk show. I'm a board member and a volunteer and an avid supporter of Dress for Success.
Yes, we want to hear more about that later too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And the tie that's on our gal here is pure silk. And it's designed by Tommy Hilfiger.
All right.
And Tommy Hilfiger designed both a tie and a women's silk scarf in the red, white, and blue exclusively for Dress for Success. Okay. So I invite the viewers to go to dressforsuccess.com. Or I'm sorry, dressforsuccess.org.
All right.
/Cleveland, and you will see all the scarves because this is even a scarf. I love this. Is my very favorite one.
You do these as well.
It's a pashima. It's a scarf. It's whatever you want it to be. It's really long and wide, and it's called Inspiration. So it has all inspirational words written in script on it, and in different colors. So I wear this one and use that a lot. I have that of my own.
Okay.
And just showing women that sometimes, depending on your workplace, this is a denim vest, but a vest like this would be good just to kind of change things up. Sometimes as it's getting warmer and we're in offices, we don't always want to wear the jacket.
Yes.
But we like the formality and the business and what a jacket communicates.
Yes.
Well, a vest will communicate that as well, but without all the sleeves and the extra bulk. Plus, too, it will also cinch your waist and create a waist. So even if you're wearing another element over it, like a jacket, it creates an interest and it sets you apart because most women aren't necessarily doing this because most women are following all the trends all the time.
Yes.
And I'm not a big trend follower. This is just all classics. And I love mixing prints. You'll see there's a couple of little prints here. The blouse, the tie, exactly. It totally works. So, and I talk a lot about how to mix prints and all of those things in the newsletter.
Okay.
But I want to get back to the closet detox.
Oh, okay.
Because once I help someone create multiple outfits or different outfits with what they already own, that's really important. I take photographs of every outfit on their body.
Okay.
From the neck down. Because I don't want women getting all hung up with, I didn't like my hair that day.
Exactly.
The pictures aren't for me. The pictures are for them.
Okay.
To be able to look in their lookbook, because they're all going to go in a lookbook, a printed book. They're going to go, I'm wearing that tomorrow because I'm lunching with my boss and I'm meeting a client in the afternoon. So I want to be really polished and professional. So I'm going to wear this outfit, opposed to maybe something a little more casual that they might wear on, another day for other purpose. So you have to think about who your audience is each day. Who am I going to be seeing? Who am I going to be talking to? So from the closet detox, when I leave that day, you have an understanding of what your body shape is and a handout of what to avoid for your body shape and what you want to concentrate on. So it's a tip sheet you put right in your purse, you carry it, you shop with that every time.
Okay.
But they're not really shopping until we're done. So they go from the closet to store. Exactly. Don't run to the store after I leave here. So they go from the closet detox. The next appointment is where when I leave your house at the first appointment, I have a shopping list. Okay. So I know what's missing. How can we take what we kept and elevate it? But I also find out things about you that help you create your signature style recipe. Okay. We're taking in, how do you want to feel? How do you want to look? Are you dating? Is that something important to you? What is going on in your life? How are you living your life? So we have a wardrobe that embraces that. That's really important. Wow. So we're coming up with key words so that when you put on outfits in the future, you look at the mirror, you go, yep, I feel polished, I feel professional. If those were your words. Right. Everybody's words are a little different. Polished and professional are very much at the top of most women. They go, I just want to look put together. I hear that term a lot. And another thing that I recommend is, because a lot of women don't think of this word, but this is what they mean. They want to look ageless.
Okay.
We don't want to be pigeoned into, oh, she's 40, she's 50,
exactly,
she's 60.
Exactly.
We just want to look ageless.
Yes.
I'm not trying to make people who are 50 look like they're 20.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not going to be able to do that.
Right.
And you don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Because that says a whole nother thing, and then attracts a whole nother dynamic of person into your life.
Exactly. Person you probably do not want.
Exactly. So from the detox, I leave with a shopping list. We have a plan. After I've seen where we're at, I know what stores I'm going to recommend we shop at. I also know your budget, because your budget is very important.
Yes.
All of that. So when we go shopping, and we have what I call a one-to-one power shop.
Okay.
We really do power shop. It's not about shopping like we do with a girlfriend, where you just walk around and see what pops out at you.
Right.
I do a lot of pre-shopping on the internet.
Okay.
So I've been to the websites, because I want to make sure that the stores we're going to hit that day, because I'm being very mindful of shopping in the allotted time that we have, which is 4 hours for a shopping appointment.
Okay.
And the first hour, I'm by myself pulling everything.
Wow.
You arrive at whatever store we've agreed to,
Okay.
and we go right to the dressing room. Because I go to all the stores, I pull all the clothes that I know your size, I know your style, I know everything
we
that I
do not
need
get
to
a chance to deviate and do anything crazy.
Yes, and you know what? Most women don't like it. They don't like to shop. I would say a majority of my clients don't enjoy it. They might love shopping for shoes, or accessories, but they don't like the clothes part.
You know, I wonder if is that an age thing, and I don't mean like old, but after a while, your life changes. Your focus is more, you're focused on something else other than dressing. Because for me, I've noticed I love clothes, I love to shop, but it has gotten to a point where I don't have patience for it.
Right. It's a lot of that. Actually, it's kind of bundled thing. I hear different things. Okay. The fact that they don't enjoy it, sometimes it doesn't mean they don't like to buy things for themselves. It just means that they don't like it's the patience thing. And most women are shopping after work, or on weekends. And when we do shop, I recommend, in order for you to get the most bang for your buck from your time with me, is that we shop during the week, during the day.
Okay.
So people will take a vacation day off, or they'll rearrange your schedule to take a half day off. It's 3 hours with me. 1 hour I do it. I'm shopping on your behalf for you. So when you come, we go right to the dressing room, and everything in there is your size, is whatever it is that we previously discussed, that is going to totally honor your body.
Wow, that's amazing.
We get everything on, we make decisions. We budget is going to play into that as well. Okay. So if we say, okay, we love these items. This item's a little pricier. Let's get these. Let's have them hold this. Okay. And when budget allows, we've taken pictures of things, because you can go back and get that on your own, because now you know. Right. But we have to think about, these items are going to give us this many outfits. This item is more something that you'll get wear out of, but maybe not as much as these. So we make decisions, and we're making educated decisions. So we're talking through it, rather than from a stress place where most women are going, well, it fit, and it's on sale, and I'm exhausted, and I'm hungry, and I'm going home. Absolutely. And I'm just buying it. So I don't let you do that. I keep you hydrated, I carry water, I want to keep you happy in the dressing room. When we're done, you're exhausted.
This is a force fit, pardon the pun.
And you know what? I find that women go, oh my God, Traci, I'm exhausted, but that was so awesome. They leave there, they feel they have a plan. But then this is what happens. They take all these packages and go home, and they go, what did Traci say that this went with? And I know she said it went with something I already had, but now I can't remember. They don't remember because it's a lot to take in. So that's why the third appointment I have with you is coming back to your closet. Okay. And it's what I call mastering the mix. All right? The name says it all. We take everything we kept from the closet detox, everything we purchased, and we put every combination. So you might have, I say, put these pants on, and we're going to change out with this jacket, and those pants with these 6 different tops, and we'll change the jewelry out, the shoes, everything. And we picture, lookbook. We're preparing for your final print of a lookbook. Wow. So that when we're done, you're there just putting clothes on and off. You see it, you go, yes, I like it. If you say, you put something on and you don't feel it, it doesn't go in the lookbook. Okay. Because you're not going to wear something. If I'm standing next to you, go, well, I like it, Traci, I guess, but I'm not sure, then you're not feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I find is sometimes it's just a little bit further out of their comfort zone. Because I do try to get everybody out of that comfort zone.
Okay.
I'm not going to kick them and shove them out, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kind of push them gently. But sometimes there'll be some things they'll be, especially mixing prints. Women get really freaked out about that.
Yes.
So they'll stop and they'll say, well, I don't think I'm ready. Okay, you're not ready yet, but you will eventually, because you're going to get so many compliments. Your confidence is going to get much higher. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to walk differently through your life, and people are going to say a lot of things to you that you're going to go, wow. All of a sudden, people who never noticed you are going to notice you.
Okay.
So now, after maybe a month, some women it's months,
mm-hmm.
then they call me or they email me and say, I wore that outfit that I didn't feel comfortable the first time.
And that makes you feel good.
It does. It totally does.
Yeah.
So women are feeling better about themselves. Mm-hmm. So when you feel better, you walk differently, you sit differently, you move through your life differently. And when you change your energy, what happens?
Everything changes.
Because people are feeling that energy.
Exactly. You're attracting the positive.
You got it. It's the power of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big believer in that.
Yes.
Just like, you've had other guests on.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Ryan talks about the gratitude journal.
Absolutely.
It's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to look for all the good things to be grateful for. Mm-hmm. And when you put clothes on that honor your body, instead of just going, well, I have a big tummy, so I'm just going to wear a black tent and hide it all. It isn't hiding it. It's not doing anything for you except pulling your energy down and ruining your confidence. Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
So my goal is, as you can see, I'm a plus size girl, is it's going, okay, what are my best assets? What do I want to focus on?
Yes.
And then being mindful of the line of the clothes, the fabric, all of those things. And that's what I've learned, and that's my education, and that's what I bring into the closet. That's what I bring to the department stores when we're shopping. That's, if you decide you want to have something custom made, I'm going to help you with that process too.
Okay.
And I've had clothing custom made, so I understand the process and how to do it. So it's those 3 main appointments that will totally transform and change your life.
Awesome.
And that's really the goal. Now, of course, I do a lot of other things. I can be a confidence coach. I do some of those things.
But that's hand in hand.
Absolutely. Because some people still need, you don't go, okay, that's it.
Because it's one thing, we got to a point that something happened for us to wear the black tent, or that we're just, just kind of frumpy and just grabbing the same old 3 or 4 outfits. Something happened, up here,
that's right. It takes a while to transform yourself.
Yes.
But I really know that women feel it from the first appointment. Then the shopping is a little scary.
Yes.
But when they realize, you mean I don't have to go through all of that with you, because it's overwhelming. It's a lot of things to decide. And now if someone says, well, I want you to shop, I want to shop side by side. I've had a few clients who say, because I want to see how you do it. Well, one of the steps that I recommend, and it's a separate service, is to have a color analysis done.
Okay.
So that you know that the colors that you're putting next to your face, especially, are the ones that really make you look energized and youthful and fresh, even if you're tired.
Okay.
So if we're putting certain colors and our skin is looking dull, we're looking tired, it's magnifying the shadows under your eyes, especially as our skin.
Amazing.
Our skin gets thinner as we mature. So now things are starting to look a little different, and you go, wow, I can't wear that shade of red. Like, for instance, I love red, but I can't wear that bright orange red.
Okay.
And I can't wear orange. The Tango Tangerine that's so hot this season.
That is one of my best colors.
Exactly.
But
your skin tone is totally different than mine. So things that you can wear, go, oh man, I wish I could. Because I love the color.
Right.
Now, if you love a color, but it doesn't love you back, so to speak, then you can use it in accessories like a purse, or fabulous shoes, or a belt. I mean, a bracelet or a belt, or some detail. I'm just not going to put it up here.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So what ends up happening is I concentrate on the colors that best honor me, because those are the clothes I want to invest in my wardrobe. So more navy-based clothes. Like I have more navy than I have black.
Okay.
Do I have black pants and black skirt? Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I even have some black jackets, but I rarely ever wear them.
Okay.
And if I do, I make sure I'm wearing a scarf or I'm wearing jewelry that's near my face. It's my color.
Right.
This shade of red totally works.
Yeah, that looks
Orange
good on
red doesn't work, because what it does is it magnifies every tiny little flaw that I have, and it brings it out.
That's amazing.
Color will do that.
Wow.
So when a woman leaves me, she has her little hand tool with her power colors.
All right.
So she can walk up to a rack and go, these are my color. You don't even have to take it off the rack, right?
Right.
Once you see something
side,
it's in your color, especially if it's a blouse or a top, something up here.
Yeah.
Then you pull it off and you decide, is it the body shape? Does it go with your body shape?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you right now and tell all the guests, it isn't you, it's the clothes.
Thank you.
If something isn't fitting, it's the clothes, it's not you. Because you got to remember, designers are using fit models totally different than the average woman. Average woman is a size 14 and up.
Wow.
14 and up.
That's a big difference. When you're talking about ones and two, no, not even ones, zeros.
Right. Well, and the thing is what do we see when we go to the store? We see magazines and TV shows that is all focused on women who are very thin.
Yes.
And this is what we're seeing walking down the runway.
Mm-hmm.
More in the past year, I have seen plus-size women. I'm seeing plus models.
Yes.
I'm seeing plus-size bloggers who specialize only in plus size.
Mm-hmm.
When you read my newsletter, I use all sizes.
Okay.
I hunt the internet to give you examples of what I'm talking about on all body types because I think it's important. I don't want to represent only plus. I don't want to represent only women, in a size 0 to 8.
Right.
Even a mannequin, like this mannequin, I got this from a plus size store.
Okay.
This mannequin is only a 12.
Yeah.
Okay, and the store carries only 14 and up. So they're using a mannequin. Exactly. So what they're doing is, they're not even having mannequins the right size of the client.
Yes.
And all women, no matter whether you put all 14, put 6 women next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, all size 14.
No.
They're all, there could be all a size 14, but their bodies are different, their shapes are different, their where they carry their weight is different. Some will have long, thin legs, others will have fuller, wider thighs, others have, more weight in their tummies, others have wider hips. We're all different, and we need to embrace that and know that and love that, regardless of whether we're a 2 or a 22. Loving yourself, really, there shouldn't be a size. Oh, I've hit the wrong size. Boom, I hate myself now.
Right.
And so many women walk around going, I hate my thighs. I hate this. I hate that. Stop hating on yourself.
Amen.
Embrace it. Love it. This body has gotten you where you are today. You experience love and joy and pleasure. Many of you have had children. Your body has helped you bring children into the world. So it's about embracing it and dressing it the best you can.
That's awesome.
My best, your best, that best, your best. It's all going to be different.
Yes.
But it's just about presenting your best set. It's about elevating yourself.
Okay. That's fantastic. We're back now with Traci McBride of T. McBee Image Consulting. When we stopped off, Traci, you were talking about the fit of the clothes, the different sizes, and our confidence level. One thing we did touch on that I was thinking about was hair and makeup. How does that play into it as far as your services go?
Well, there is a service where I actually will come and videotape their hair and makeup being done by professionals that I recommend.
Okay.
So that I find, especially with makeup, is that we go out and we buy new makeup and we keep applying it the same way. And we go out and get a new hairstyle and we go home and we keep styling it the same way. So we have this new haircut and we keep styling it the same. So when it comes to hair and makeup, you have to retrain your habits. What you do and how you do it every day. So I find videotaping it really helps because if you watch yourself and you see what he put on you and the exact product and wear, and you practice that. But I do bring them to other experts, and if someone wants to go on their own, I certainly will recommend them.
Awesome. Okay. And also getting back to the workshops, you do the one-on-ones, you have groups, and what other entities do you work with?
Well, many times I'll get phone calls from companies who want to do a lunch and learn, and they say, hey, we want you to work with the management. We don't want to pick out one person, but because everybody's getting a little sloppy, especially right now in the summer.
It's just a great time.
It's a huge time. You probably see it on campus and whatnot. You find people are just getting too casual. They really don't know what business casual is and what's appropriate. So, I really will come down and I will custom design a workshop just for that group. Whether it's 5 people or 50 people, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's great. And then they can follow up with you individually, after that for further consulting. All right, well, Traci, you had some other information that you want to share with us today.
I do. Two things really quick.
All right.
One is, if anybody gets the local magazine, CBC magazine, which is Cleveland Business Connects.
Yes.
They have an online version as well called Connections.
Okay.
And I do do a Q&A. So I hope your viewers will go online there and give me a question, because I will answer the questions.
Okay.
So you just email them to me. However you get them to me, it doesn't matter. You have to go through the magazine. Just put CBC question, and then I'll answer it online, because that comes out once a month.
All right.
And then the other thing I have is I have a new television show.
Yes, she does.
That actually is on cable TV, and it airs on Time Warner as well as WOW.
All right.
But in Avon Lake only.
Okay. All right.
So that's where I live. So the city provides this
We are blessed to have all the way over from the west to the east. Thank you so much for coming.
You bet.
We appreciate it.
And to find me, though, if they want to see the episodes that I already have taped, all they need to go to www.indelibleimpression.net.
Okay.
And that will all be running at the end of the show. So they can find me, and they can see my shows and see how who I've talked to, and I'm sure they'll learn a lot of great things.
Absolutely. You'll definitely tune in. And we may have a surprise guest that'll be on one of those shows coming up, so I look forward to switching seats with you.
Absolutely. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll go to the studio and take it.
Yes, definitely. But Traci, it's been an awesome day. You've given us a wealth of information. I do hope that that our viewers will plug into you and engage their closets with you, and lift up our self-esteem and begin to look and feel more confident and feel good about ourselves in our clothes. Because you're right, our sizes aren't going to change overnight, but that's right. We don't want to feel stuck.
Well, and it's something that we all do every day. Two things every human being has to do is we have to eat.
Yes.
And we have to put clothes on.
Yes.
Because I have not seen anybody walking around naked. And when they do, they get arrested usually.
Absolutely. Okay? So then they get free meals.
So all I'm saying is, if you have to do it every day, you might as well do it with joy and pleasure and confidence.
That's right.
And it will affect everything in your life. Every relationship you have will change when you feel better.
That's right.
So I could take women from wherever they're at. They might be doing a great job, but there's certain things they don't like, maybe the shopping part, or they haven't changed their hairstyle in 5 or 10 years. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where they're at. They call me, we'll talk about it, and I'll make a recommendation individually as to where I feel they would best benefit to begin.
Okay. And then someone who wants to just change their look. They're at a certain point. It's like, I have to have, I'm looking for a look. I don't have that look. A friend and I were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, finding that look. That
new style. Yeah. Because we can't keep doing the style we did 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it is about updating your style, being ageless, and honoring the body in the way it is now. Because I have clients who they're the same size 20 years later.
Okay.
But everything fits differently because our bodies are shifting and changing. It's what we all go through. No one can avoid it.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what size you are, because I hear women that are size 2 and a 22 talking about the same things.
Yes.
It's just they're on different ends of the spectrum, but they still have challenges. We all do. And it's not you, it's the clothes. So we need to adjust the clothes. So I'm going to say a good tailor is really important.
Okay.
So if the viewers know someone who does tailoring, you go barter the services, great. If you know somebody that will do some tailoring for you, that's the key. Because rarely can I find a jacket off the rack that I don't need to either hem or take in, because typically I have to take it in here. I have little areas that off the rack never fit.
Yes.
So I just have to spend the $10 or $20 or $30 depending on what it is to adjust it.
Yes.
So I know that, and I factor that in, and I help clients factor that in when I'm shopping with them.
Okay.
If we get this, we know we have to spend X amount more in order to make it perfect.
Okay. That's great. And that's a great place to end our show today. And Traci, thanks again for coming and sharing with us. And let's definitely engage into what Traci is doing. Yes. She's doing a great work with helping women, and I imagine men, as well, and having our best look.
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Business Chop. It is my hope that you were able to glean usable information from today's episode and that you will download and share this podcast. Be sure to plug into our guests. Go through their website and social media channels to see how they can help you further through their products and services, as well as plug into our website altogether.biz, where we will help you expand your brand.